Hey YouTube, what is going on? Brandon here with another printer video. Today I've got the Epson EcoTank 4750. We're going to be unboxing, setting up, and reviewing this printer. This is a highly anticipated printer. It's the top model when it comes to the EcoTanks at this moment, and it's gonna have 2 years worth of ink in the box. There's a lot of good things that come with this printer. Of course, it also has a touch screen. We'll go into all those details later on in the video, but stick with me from the beginning until the end so I can share with you the specs, how it looks. We're gonna take it out of the box and you'll get to take a look and see how it actually looks and feels, and we'll go through some of the specifications. If you wanted to get this printer as soon as possible, if you don't already have Amazon Prime, I'm going to leave a link in the description below for Amazon Prime. You can get this product within a day on Amazon.com. I'm going to leave a link to this printer as well. So there's just some resources for you in the description below. Now if you want to read my blog comparing this printer to some other EcoTanks, that's going to be on my website, bestprinterstech.com. Also, if you enjoy this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's get into this box. Alright, so one thing I really like here is you got double of each color, so ×2 black, cyan, magenta, and yellow, and you can see that there. So that's something that other EcoTanks do not have. That's going to end up being really helpful for you because you don't have to go back and buy ink right away. And at this point, really, we're just opening it up to charge up the ink. And I'm not going to spend too much time on the ink. If you want to see an in-depth video on the ink installation, go on my channel. It should be how to install ink on the Epson EcoTank 4750. And we'll spend a little bit more time on that if you're having any issues. But this is pretty straightforward. You're really just tipping the bottle over, making sure that it's all the way inside when you're matching it up on the tanks. And it's one by one. So really it's simple. If you haven't done it, if this is your first time, you might need that instructional video though. So that is available for you. Now, if you wanted a source for another type of remanufactured bottled ink, I will provide a link for that in the description below. Okay, and I kind of show you a visual here of how exactly to fit the ink bottle over the ink tank. Really, this is a major part of the setup. You don't want to turn on the printer until you actually have this step done, where you have all of the ink fully installed, and so you're not touching anything at this point until you install the ink. Okay, so at this point we are plugging it in and starting the rest of the setup process. Okay, you're powering it on. Really, if you're having any issues with the setup, aside from this video, if you kind of missed something, always make sure to refer to your user manual. The quick start section of the manual. Okay, so now you are really just going through the settings. Select whatever settings you need to, whatever the date is, whatever the time is. It's just a basic setup like you would with any other printer. You can skip some of this if you need to. I'm skipping some of it because for the sake of time. Okay, and once you get to this point, you may want to refer to your user manual, as I said, but you're holding down that question mark button once you get to a point where there's nothing on the screen to select. and it will initialize, and this is going to take approximately 10 minutes. Once that's complete, do what you need to do. You can adjust later. That's just talking about the print head alignment. That's no big deal. You've already pretty much done that with the setup. You can set up the fax. You can set up your wireless connection. And here we are. So one of the main things I do like about this printer is the touchscreen, and you've got all your main options standard with the, all the different types of Epson printers. Now, if you notice here, you don't see the different colors, and this might just be me, but it looks like it's the tank overall and how much it is filled. So this is something you really want to make sure of, because this is a part of your maintenance, and you could potentially have issues if you kind of slip up on that. But you do have a lot of specifications here when it comes to copying. You got two-sided copying because you've got a duplexer on the back, and I'll show you that later on in the video. Now, you can print 14,000 black pages, 11,200 color with the bottles, with the current ink load that you have, the 1 ink load. So really times that by 2 with this particular model, because you are getting that value there. This should last you approximately 2 years, but it really all depends on how much you're actually printing. So as you can see here, we have our top paper tray. This is a big win for me. This is absolutely necessary, I find, when you're doing any type of schoolwork or for business. You really are going to need that top scanner where you can scan multiple documents. That's a big one for me. And on the top there, you can do multiple documents. Your automatic document feeder capacity, that top feeder is 30 pages. You also have a scanner, a flatbed scanner, glass if you needed that as well. So that comes standard pretty much on all printers. So that's also a good added feature. You got your duplexer on the back here. That's really important, of course, if you're wanting to do two-sided printing. And there's really no other paper tray on the back. It's just the main paper tray right on the front. So that's really all you're going to be using, but you have a high capacity for paper, and you can hold up to 250 sheets. The next model that holds more than that sheets is the Epson EcoTank 16500. But overall here, you've got a good printer. This is, I believe, potentially the best value. I'm going to do a comparison blog on my website. But it's lightweight, it's compact, just like the other models, the EcoTank 3750 and the 2750. It's still compact, so that's a really big benefit in my opinion. Also, you have the EcoTank, you've got the top paper tray, so you really have everything that you need on this printer. A lot of the added features that you don't have on these other models. Of course, you're paying a little bit more for this, but you're paying very low amounts in the ink consumption, and also you have double ink. That's something you don't get with the other printers. So the EcoTank 4750, this printer here, compared to the 3750, the 2750, those are the lower models, is going to blow them out of the water, really, with all these added specs. With the touchscreen, we're in 2019 now, you have to have touchscreen. So that's really all I have. If you wanted some more information on this printer, visit my website, bestprinterstech.com. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. But thanks for watching, and until next time.